questions with Demochicks and CTI. How are you doing this morning?
Not bad.
I know you're on a time limit. Let's just get right to it. Let's go.
Almost done.
Oh, good. Oh, this is so fancy, my kind of coffee cup. Besides this coffee machine, what's been the best part of your day so far?
Well, day just started, sort of, so almost there. Oops, hold on.
This is the absolute fanciest coffee machine I've ever seen.
Okay, I want to get hot water, but I don't know how.
Here, I did it earlier because I got here before you. Put your cup under there.
Oh,
there we go.
Okay.
And I am going to, there. Tell me when.
That's perfect. Thank you.
Yay.
And I'm glad you're more familiar with it.
I love my coffee. Okay, what do you think, besides making a perfect cup of coffee, is your best quality?
I definitely say passion, for sure.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
What's your worst trait?
I'm a sort of control freak.
Nice, but that can work in our favor.
It can, as long as there's management.
Yes, yes. What do you hope for yourself 5 years from now?
That's a great question. I'd say to be doing something I'm totally passionate about.
Okay, great, great. This is where we're going to be asking the rest of the questions? Yay. What's the hardest thing you've ever done?
Whoa, the hardest thing. That is a great question. I'd say, so I'm actually shifting to a new career as we speak. So I've been involved with diversity, inclusion, and equity. So really all about creating eco grounds for minority women, veterans, as individuals, but also as businesses working on our projects. And I'm now transitioning to business development.
Oh,
which
congratulations.
Is now, thank you. So, which is now a completely career shift. Because now it's sales. But essentially I'll be identifying and positioning PCL to pursue work and compete for work, which still impacts how we do diversity and inclusion.
Wow, I think you're the right person for that.
Thank you.
Who's the last person you texted?
The last person I texted, family.
Yay.
I wish them a good morning. Yeah.
What's the question you get asked most often?
Most often. I think the question I get asked most often is, how do I find the time to do everything I do? People are like, do you even sleep? Which the answer is absolutely yes. I love sleeping. But yeah, that's the question that I think I get most.
My next question is, how do you find the time?
Time management is really, really important. So I've had to learn really quickly how to prioritize, how to align what's most important with what's least important, and a checklist is absolutely my favorite organizing item. It just helps me stay organized with all the things I have to do.
Wow. If you could give advice to the 20-year-old Priscilla or 15-year-old Priscilla, what would you give?
Wow. Let's see, 15, 20-year-old. I think if I could speak to my 15-year-old self, I'd probably tell myself that, that pursuing a profession or a career doesn't have to be this sort of out-of-body experience, meaning that, to be confident in the gifts that as an individual I have, and to hone in on those gifts. So for me as a 15-year-old, super involved with church, super involved with family. I'm the oldest of 4 kids, so serving has always just been part of who I am. And so in my former career, which I just shared, I'm all about serving people. That is part of that's my career. And so I think sometimes we think about our careers like this thing that has to be separate from who I am or from who we are. But I would tell me as a 15-year-old to just to know thyself and to be confident with, again, the gifts and the talents that I have, and to just trust the process.
That's advice for anybody. How many jobs do you have? Do you have more than one job?
No.
Okay.
This is enough.
What's the best part of your job?
Oh man, impacting people.
Nice.
Impacting people.
Nice. What's the most challenging part of your job?
I'd say creating a culture shift within the organization I work for. So we're a 112-year-old company, and so we've been doing business the same way for over 100 years. And as diversity and inclusion become a very not just hot topic, but something that is relevant and something that definitely has a business case. We have this saying internally, changing hearts and minds one at a time.
Yeah.
Because what we're really trying to do is not just interrupt the process of how we've always operated, but to say, hey, what if we looked at this group? And what if we looked at these other groups? And so I would say, just trying to create meaningful culture shifts within the organization.
What are the 3 things that you absolutely can't live without?
Internet. Internet, I'd say God and my husband.
Amen.
Yeah.
Good. How would your friends describe you in 3 words?
Passionate, fun, and surprisingly positive. Yeah.
I'm not surprised about that at all. What's the biggest misconception people have about you if they don't know you?
I think they just think I'm going to be this girl that's just trying to, like my work doesn't have any substance. Like I'm just checking boxes or, yeah.
What's the first thing you do when you wake up?
Definitely give thanks for another day. And then, brush teeth.
Grateful, check. Who are the people that inspire you most?
Oh, man. My mom, my grandmother, I was just with her this weekend, and she just talked about her coming over to this country and what that struggle was like in the 70s, and just hearing about her life, the life she decided to leave. I mean, it's so much courage. So definitely strong women in my family.
Wow. What causes are most important to you?
I would say the newest cause is anti-recidivism, which basically is making sure that our formerly incarcerated residents have an opportunity at, just living a normal life. And so in construction, we have a very unique opportunity because we actually disregard a person's past unless our client requires badging through Homeland Security and things like that. So as a craft worker or as a skilled tradesman or woman, it doesn't matter what you've committed in the past. I mean, union trades provide you an opportunity.
Wow, that's good to know. That's good to know. What would be the name of a book about your life?
Book about my life. I'd have to go back to that one.
Okay, that's fine. Hey, how do you know Robin, founder of CTI and Demochicks?
I think Robin and I have been in the same circles for a couple of years now, a couple of organizations that we serve in. I think I most recently encountered her, though, with WeBec West, which is an organization that certifies women businesses.
Nice, women supporting women. What's a typical day for you like? I know that your role's changing, but normally what's a typical day?
Lots of email, lots of calls, lots of traveling, so lots of driving, but all with the intent of connecting dots. So
Okay.
part of my job is connecting dots.
Nice, nice. What's the first thing you do when you get home from work? I've had one common answer from everyone.
Kick off my shoes.
Yes.
Kick off my shoes, yeah.
What's your favorite time of the day?
Probably like evening, right before I'm gonna go to bed. It's usually when my husband and I come together, and so it's just a nice
Debrief.
time to unwind, debrief. Yep.
What's your go-to outfit?
Always black on black.
Yes. Black, black, black. What brings you the most joy in life?
Great question. Well, as a believer, believe in sort of divine purpose, and so I am extremely humbled and blessed that that divine purpose, I believe, is being fulfilled through my professional, through my career. And so, again, about serving people, I get to serve. I can't believe I get paid to help people and to serve people, and so that causes a lot of joy.
Wow.
For sure.
What makes you laugh?
What makes me laugh? Great question. I can always do a good joke. Yeah.
Wow. Hey, can I give you a gift?
Of course.
Here you go.
Thank you. Shall I open it now?
Yes, you shall.
Okay. This is a very nice bag. Oh, cool.
Demochicks in the house. Yay.
Nice. I love it.
Demochicks, we empower, we elevate, we enlighten.
That's awesome.
What are your biggest pet peeves?
Pet peeves. I think when people say they're going to do something and they don't. It's pretty
Amen.
annoying.
Amen. What food would you absolutely not eat ever?
I don't like oysters.
Ah!
It just looks slimy. I can't.
And finally, what are you most proud of in your professional life?
I made a decision to not finish college when I was about 20 years old, and just couldn't wrap my head around sitting in a classroom and going through those motions. But I knew that by making that decision that I would have to absolutely work really hard at being outstanding. So in whatever capacity I was in, I had to make sure that I was the best performer, the person that delivered, the person that could be counted on and relied on. And so here we are 14, 15 years later, and I'm glad that I haven't seen that as an obstacle or as an item that holds me back, but instead it's made me really be excellent in all other facets of my life.
Wow.
So I'd say that's pretty proud of that.
That's inspiring. Well, thank you for being interviewed with 35 Questions with CTI and Demochicks. Have a great day.
Thank you.